This is the 1.14.0.2 beta update. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? This is Captain Obvious, and welcome back to another Minecraft beta update. As I said in the beginning, this is the 1.14.0.2 update. I wasn't going to originally do it, but there's actually quite a lot of changes. I'm going to leave the changelog in the description so you don't have to go anywhere else. The entire description is going to be everything, but these are some of the things that caught my eye. But there's a lot. There's a lot of bug fixes and stuff too. Anyway, first and foremost, the slime block and the honey block now match the Java textures. I like these a lot better. The honey block is just like, it looks just like a block of honey, no more little tiny cube. There used to be like a little cube on the inside. Same with this one. Now it's a lot bigger, and I just think it looks really cool. Next biggest one is the outpouring of support that Mumbo had gotten when he had said he wanted blocks to stick together. I think there was a post too on Reddit that showed all the cool things. This is not my favorite. I would much rather sticky blocks actually stick together. But yeah. And now somebody had pointed out to me that Minecraft is not real. And of course it's not real. But if you have blocks that stick to other blocks within the game itself, then two sticky blocks should stick together. That's just my opinion. To me, it doesn't make sense, but the fans wanted it. They gave it to them. I would have much rather had redstone components stick to it, but it didn't. Actually, that was kind of cool, that bounce. But anyway, yeah, so now they don't stick together anymore. Breaking a beehive in creative no longer gives you the block, so if you break it, it's not there. That was when I was doing that that bee video, the redstone that I had done on like the two farms. Every time I was testing it out and I would break it, it would drop and it would screw up my count for you guys for the inventory. So that was kind of a bummer. So that's fixed. The honeycomb block now is the same as Java. It's only 4 instead of 9. So that's fantastic because I like that block a lot. So that's cool. The honeycomb block now has the same sound as stone. So if you click it, it now sounds like stone as opposed to slime, which is what it sounded like originally. So that's a little deeper. That's softer, right? So that's kind of a cool change. I mean, if anything, this block right here should sound like slime. When mobs fall, they all have a very consistent kind of motion now. Oh, it was supposed to fall in there. But anyway, he was not supposed to do that. He was supposed to fall within there. But when they bounce on honey blocks, they all now have a very consistent motion, whereas it's not erratic or different ones. They all bounce like the same. So that's kind of cool. There's a bee inside here. So now when there's particle effects, actually let me just show you there we go. See the barrier block? So now whenever they are pollinating anything, there's a green particle effect. I was hoping to show that, but he's stuck in there. Also, if the beehives are blocked in any way, they will not sit outside hovering like they once did. So that's kind of a good thing. But yeah, there's now a particle effect that goes on. And also, when you go to do a pick block on a bee, you'll get the egg. It's proper now. Before it wasn't working. So that's kind of cool. Bees can now spawn only in blocks that you can move through. So for example, they were getting stuck in leaves. I saw this a couple times. Now they're not going to do that anymore because if you can't move through it, if you cannot move through it, then they can't spawn. So like grass and stuff is fine. Bees return home priority has changed during rain and night, so they will want to return home more. There'll be more of a priority for them as soon as it starts raining and as soon as it turns night to get back to their hive. So that's pretty cool. Bees can gather nectar from flowers placed in the nether. So they added that feature. Very cool. So you can now have, bee farms and stuff there. Fixed an issue with bees not entering hives that aren't full. I noticed it when I was doing that video again, where I'd have 3 bees in a beehive, which they can all fit, and they would just literally wait outside. They're dripping. You can tell that they have their pollen and nectar. And yeah, they weren't doing it. So now that's fixed. So that's going to be fantastic, much faster. Fixed the chest invisibility bug. This one bugged me for a while. I'd go into a world and my chests were just non-existent. Like they looked like they weren't there, but they kind of look like this. Oh wait, let's see if we can see the pollination. Anyway, they kind of look like this. The barrier blocks, where you can see that there's something there. There's a hitbox, but there was no chest. Oh, I saw this earlier. The pollen. I really want you guys to see it. There's really cool green. Oh. He didn't pollinate anything. That's really weird. But there's particle effects. Bees now spawn on more types of trees to match Java. So that's pretty cool. They didn't say, but I mean, there was already 3 trees, so I'm assuming it's probably all of them now, but they didn't actually list it. Baby pigmen, although I don't really remember if that's what their faces always look like. I don't think so. That's kind of a weird face. But anyway, now they're holding their sword when they spawn. They no longer have it around their necks, which didn't make sense to me to begin with. And I don't even know why this is here. This was supposed to be something else. But anyway, guys, look at the changelog in the description. It's quite beefy. There are quite a lot of changes. And I think they're pretty good. Like, this is not really the end of the world, you know, changing the sound. But it's just something that makes more sense. It's a solid block. It should match a stone and not that. This is going to obviously change it for the better because, again, before it used to be 9. Now it's only 4. So you can get over twice as many, which is great. This I don't like. And then the texture change is cool. And there's so many things, all right? So anyway, that's going to do it for me. Until next time, Captain Obvious out. Peace.